back. Another day, another vlog. Big day for us today. Do you know what day it is? It's show 100. Holy bundy. I would have never thought I was going to get to 100. And especially, I guess, last week when Dad got sick, I didn't know if I was going to keep going with the daily vlog and keep pushing through. But we're here, 100. 100. That's not right, but who cares? Yeah, 100 vlogs, 100 days, 7 days off, I must admit, but I think I pretty much cracked it. I'm pretty happy with it anyway, and I'm happy to keep doing it. It's probably, I guess, about 2 hours a day where you just need to either find out what's going on, chase up the news on the web, see what's going on YouTube, find out who's doing what to who and where and when and what time they did it and how much it cost them to do it, what's new. That seems to be the tricky stuff, and I think the weekends are the hardest part, to try and get info on the weekends. It seems to be the weekends that sort of all the news just sort of slows down and sort of tapers off. Sunday nights are generally my hardest night to try and find some info for you guys and sort of keep you up to date with what's happening. It's been pretty good at the moment because obviously it's the tech season, but we had the iPhone, the Apple launch, the Google launch, the Samsung launch. Everyone's launching everything so they can sell it for Christmas. So this is not too bad. It'll be interesting to see how we go back in January again. Geez, when I started, and then that January, February, March period. That should be pretty good because I'll be at home then. So well, hopefully, if it all goes well with HR, I've got my paternity leave, I think it is, for when you're a dad. My little buddy Jack. So I've got basically 5 to 6 months off, I think, to spend at home. Take the load off my beautiful, amazing wife, and I get to spend some time of 6 months straight with him, with like instead of 6 days, basically 6 days out of a month. That's pretty much all I get with him. The first day I'm a zombie land after night shift, and then I get 6 days and with him in school and stuff and bits and pieces to sort of catch up with my boy. So I'm pretty happy about that. Can't wait. I'm going to be taking him out. We're going to go and do some shoots. I've got some trips planned. I want to take him and show him bits and pieces and take him to the beaches and swimming and come and help me do some more vlogs. I love taking him out with the vlogs, especially when you don't have to rush. When you got a whole day, you can just go and do stuff. So yeah, it'd be good to do that sort of stuff and let my beautiful wife Carla do some work and just switch off from being a mum for a little bit. It's an incredibly hard job. I don't know how she does it. She's amazing. Like all mothers, they're all amazing. They do a great job. It's a thankless task. You do get the unconditional love of your children, which is pretty much the way it is, I guess. But I guess that doesn't come from down the road until they're old enough to realise what their mums did for them, I guess. So yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. So it'll be from January on. So instead of me, I guess I'll still be doing my daily vlog where I get the tech news and the what's happening news, but I'm also should be able to get, I'm hopeful, I want to go to at least 1 or 2 videos a week during that stage, because I'll basically be home every day. So there shouldn't be any excuse. That's my goal, is 2, and I'll be happy at least with 1 a week, 1 good video a week to 2 good videos a week. If I can do that for 6 months, so 26 weeks, there's another 52 good videos. That'll really expand the collection out for you guys to watch. So yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be good. So yeah, big milestone today. We obviously had our first when we hit 100 subscribers, and I'm just absolutely rapt about that. I thought that was going to take about 10 years, the way it was going. And yeah, I appreciate every one of you 127 current subscribers. You're all awesome. Thanks for watching. I hope I provide you with something that either entertains, informs, or makes you laugh. I've got no qualms about people laughing at me. I'm not fast. As a fat kid at school, so really no dramas getting the shit put on me. Plus I'm an Aussie. If you're an Aussie and you can't take getting the shit put on you, then you're not an Aussie. You need to leave, because that's what we do best. And when they take that right away from us, well then they might as well shoot the lot of us. So yeah, 100 episodes, awesome. How good is that? The first month I knew was going to be the hardest. They say with anything, when you want to get a just turn that down, just a touch. When you want to get a habit, they reckon it's 21 days. So whatever you want to make a habit of something, brush your teeth or whatever, you need to do it 21 days in a row, the same time, the same way, 21 days straight. After 21 days, it becomes a habit. That's the scientific theory behind everything. So if you're looking to get a good habit, sit down a month and where you can fit in 21 days, where you can definitely lock it in. And then at the end of 21 days, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm a dickhead. I'm quite happy to take that, but that's what I aimed for. I got through that first month and it was tricky. I was trying to edit it all and do it all like a thing, and it was too hard. I knew I had to go to the trusty iPhone to do most of all. I'm really happy with this little anamorphic that I can chuck on the phone to do, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I reckon that's it. Gives me a couple of options of way to do stuff. There's a few filters you can sort of use on YouTube as well, so that's pretty cool. I try to chuck a few of them in there. You would have seen them. Some are sort of good, some are a little bit cheesy, I guess, but you know, it breaks up the boringness, I guess, every now and again. I try to do a little bit of that through the first 100. I'm learning. I've been learning Adobe. I had to teach myself Adobe since May, end of May I started that. I come home from Apple iMovie, which is what I did for the previous 12 months. And I think you'd probably be able to see that in the quality of the movies I was doing. Not real awesome. And, you know, occasionally I get a good one and I'm happy with it. It's tough. You think you get it all right and you upload it, and you look and go, oh no man, what was I thinking? What have I done? I've cropped it in and it's dropped out of crop, and you just go, I've got to go and redo it all and re-upload it. It's another 2 days, and then I'm going to lose those. Yeah, anyway, it's been a huge learning curve. The vlog side's, I think, probably what it's taught me from the first 100 is being able to get my confidence back at speaking. I've been a baseball coach for 20-30 years, done presentation nights, all that. I can probably talk underwater if you give me a chance. I've never been shy. I'm not a shy person, so I'm quite happy to sit here and talk shit to you all night. I don't mind a good story. So I thought that's probably one of my biggest strengths. I guess what I needed to do was to start learning to use the words properly instead of and and all those things, the bad habits. Try and work my way until I can get a smooth flow, and I think that comes with being prepared. Getting your notes down when doing your research to have a chat. Get as much info down, read it through, understand it, so you've got a smooth flow when you talk about it. You don't have to know a word for word. Definitely, most speeches I've never done it word for word, but if at least when you read it through a couple of times and you're good with that information and that data, when you go to speak it, it comes out easy, and again that helps with the confidence side. So that's really, really good, and I think I've known how to do that. It was just getting back into those good habits instead of just sitting there going and looking like an ugly monkey. Now, so yeah, 100, very happy. Thanks again to everyone. Really appreciate you popping past every day if you're dropping by and having a watch. That's awesome. Really, really cool of you to do that and support us. If any ideas or anything you want to see me do, nothing rude, please, people. This is supposed to be a semi-family type scenario. I don't really want to have any media strikes or porn strikes or whatever you do when you say something wrong or swear. Or I'm not sure about the swearing. That's one thing I have not really been able to nut out, is the borderline for swearing and what that can do and how much that affects you. I know I've seen some guys in bigger channels and they'll swear and do all that, but I'm assuming they don't rely too much on the AdSense to make any money. Now, I don't get anything at all, so I don't really think I have to worry about it. And I don't really concern myself 100% if I slip out and say something. But I don't want down the track, if someone's young on there or someone, or even Jack, to sit there and see Dad dropping F-bombs every 5 seconds like we do at work. If it was a diesel mechanics channel, yeah, I'd definitely put a parental guidance sticker on it and go to town on the F's and the C's and all the stuff that our special language we have. A lot of people in management don't understand that language, and that's life. But yeah, so it's been very good. I've learnt a lot out of it about YouTube, about how much these guys that you see on the channels, the people like your PewDiePies, your Peter McKinnons, all your big guys, Matty Hoppier, and all those guys that I watch, they're all fantastic. And when you start doing it yourself, you go, holy crap, these guys put some mega hours in. No wonder when they get big, the first thing they do, and they all do it, is go and hire an editor. Because the hardest part is sitting in front of this and trying to get all that to work. If that was just your job, that'd be fine. And you see the guys that they have, in like Linus Tech Tips, he's got like 6 or 7. But they put out a heap of content, daily content, high quality content, and they're fantastic. But they've got 6 or 7 editors with the headphones on, and they're sitting here and they just go punching it in, and they're all guru Premiere Pro dudes or whatever, Final Cuts or whatever your preference is on your editing suites. And I understand that now as to why they do that, because it's a huge part of the process, and it's a massive, getting that right can, I guess, not sink or swim, because that, I don't think that affects it. I think how you come across and what sort of a person you are, and what you talk about, and what your passions come through the lens is what it's all about. And you probably don't have to have the best channel in the world, but if you can purvey your passion for something through the lens, then that's when it's going to succeed. And the more I do it, the more I enjoy it, and I'm learning heaps. And as a 44, nearly 45-year-old, to be able to sit here and teach myself how to do this stuff and learn this, and now fall in love with the actual art of doing this is amazing. I've always loved photography, but the film and editing and all that side, it's addictive. I've got to give you a hot tip. It's addictive, and yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. So yeah, big shout out, thanks to everyone. Yeah, you're cool. I will say, I don't know if he does subscribe or watch, but my cousin Andrew Conda, he's a guru film man in Australia, does a lot of movies and stuff, lives in Queensland. I actually looked up to him when I was a young kid, because he used to do film on Wombat and a few TV shows, and he was a gun, and he's still a gun. I'd love to now be able to go and catch up. Maybe when I'm back in Queensland, I might be able to catch up and have a beer with him and pick his brain about a few things and how he does it all, and go, wow, I understand now what you were doing, and big ups to you. That's awesome. So yeah, very cool. Very cool. So yeah, 100th episode, awesome. Love yous all. Hope he's had a good day. It was Tuesday, it's shift change tonight. For a change, I'm going to actually get some sleep tonight, because I'm going to go out. We got some big things tomorrow. We have Game 1 of the World Series. Astros, Nationals. The Nationals have locked in Sherzer to start. We know Jarrett Cole was locked in by the Astros as soon as they press play on the go button. And Sherzer pretty much is going to come out. That's 2 big aces. it's going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm assuming if they can both go 7 innings, you're going to be looking at a 1-2 run ball game, maybe 3-1. You might even get a shutout if one of them goes bananas. You might get a 1-0 sort of a scenario. So it's going to come down to the relievers and how the relievers can go. Astro relievers did well in the series against the Yankees, so they're warm. They've had a day off. They're fresh again. Nationals. Now this is where it does hurt you when you come out and sweep the Cardinals. They did that, and they've had 3 or 4 days off. That sounds good, and it's good for your starters. But as a closer, you generally want to throw every first 1 or 2 days. You don't want to be 3 or 4 or 5 days without throwing, because you're only coming in and throwing 1, maybe 2 batters, maybe 3 batters. You need to be on point. You can't be rusty. So I think when it gets to the 7th, 8th and 9th innings tomorrow, that's when the Nationals really, really, really have to knuckle down and play a hard defense, because I know the Astros, they'll know that if they should be able to get through 7 and it's going to be close. They've got their relievers there ready to go, fine-tuned and tickety-boo. And I think you'll find that it's going to come down possibly to how those relievers on both sides, and especially the Nationals, how they can handle that rest break, that 4 to 5 day rest break. As I said, it sounds like it's a good idea to get that rest, but sometimes as a pitcher, and I know as a pitcher, it can be bad to have too much rest. You can have too much rest. It's very weird to comprehend that, but trust me, it can be bad. So yeah, it's going to be a good game. Game 1, very exciting. I didn't see where it was. 2 secs, I'll find that for you. Yes, G Fuel. So yeah, not going out tonight for any shots or anything, so I'm looking forward to that. A bit of sleep. I'm going to be up most of the night getting the artisan lens, which we're shooting again with tonight. I hope you like this. We're doing 4K tonight. I was really happy how it came out last night. Obviously it crops in a fair bit, as you can see. So this is the 12mm, so that's normally, I'll get this whole screen in. And on the 4K now, it's now cropping right in, so a little bit different. It's going to be in Houston. So yeah, rightio, Houston home crowd. Whew, yeah, that's tough. Tough. Okay, the betting on Sportsbet, Washington was $2.72, Astros $1.46. There is some really good money for a MVP of the World Series. So if you do want to bet probably any of the top 5 or 6 blokes on either side, you could probably chuck a couple of bucks on and you might get enough for a carton of beer or a bottle of red back. For your betting guys, there's some good money there for that. Washington at $2.72. That's still not a bad deal. They could come out and go to town on these Astros. You really don't know on that game 1. Anything could happen in baseball. So World Series game 1. Here we go. The big one. 7 games to go, or maybe possibly less. Rivian. If you've heard of Rivian, electric motor vehicle, everyone's heard of Tesla. Rivian, RIV, depends how you pronounce it. I pronounce it Rivian. They do a ute and a SUV crossover, or like a big SUV. Fantastic gear. They've had over $1.5 billion invested in them by Amazon, some other big guys. I think it's Ford as well. They're in partnership. They gave them $500 million. So huge money dumped into them. They're sort of, I guess, number 2 in the electric vehicle market. My apologies for that terrible English. And they do a fantastic. They've got a new SUV at the moment. Does 400 miles, 750 horsepower, 3 seconds to 100, 3.5 ton capacity towing. It can go into 3 foot of water and wade through it. 72,000 American. So that's $100. Oh no, it's not. Our dollar's crap at the moment. what is it, 69? It's $72,000 American, so maybe 105 US, and then add all the Liberal Party's taxes on that they need to, so they can fund all their fraud. It's going to be 200 grand, but that is actually 72 grand. That's cheaper than, it will come in cheaper than F-150. F-150 in Australia, the Lariat is 200,000 bucks on the road. Once it's converted and done on that, it's 200 grand. So I think the top of the range Lariat's about 68 to 70. So it's going to be about the same mark as the F-150. So that's pretty good for electric vehicle. Very cool, and it's got everything full leather, like it's the duck's guts. They do have a ute as well, and they can tow a little bit more. They have signed an order with Amazon for 100,000 vans, electric vans, to do all their parcel deliveries. So it's going to be, yeah, they're definitely ones to watch out for. Rivian, I'm assuming they again, like Tesla, they'll start booming up once they hit that sweet spot. They'll start selling stuff and it'll get bigger and bigger. As I said to you the other night, Tesla finally got approval through their Gigafactory to start building cars through there. They got all the paperwork done, so that's now about to pump up. So the electric vehicle market is getting bigger and bigger each month, and it's taking off, and it's coming, and be aware of it. It's going to take over. We'll all be driving electric. I'm thinking 5 years. It's not going to be long. I mean, I know the Australian government will fight it, and everyone's going to fight it, but I think you're just going to have to sort of get used to the fact that it's all over for petrol. There's nothing we can do about it. Just enjoy it. Autonomous. Glass of red on the way home from work. The car was driving. It wasn't me. And last but not least, oh yeah, December 20. The final Star Wars trailer has dropped. It's online on YouTube now. Get on that. Rey's there. She's fighting. It looks pretty cool. It's going to be a big movie. I guarantee you that. Rise of the Skywalker. You would have seen a couple of other trailers on there. It's all happening at the moment. But yeah, Rey looks. It's going to be good. It's a pretty cool video. I don't want to show it on here because they'll probably sue me or something. But yeah, definitely you can see that on. Jump on YouTube. They've got the final trailer there. It looks pretty cool. And the Sith Lord that's in it. Obviously, the old skeleton dude from last one got smoked. He was done. But the Sith Lord in it was actually... He's in some floating chair or something or whatever. But the voice was the same one from when Anakin turned dark side and became Darth Vader. That guy, I can't even remember his name. His voice. So I've got a funny feeling it's him. The Senator Palpatine. That guy. That's Sith Lord. That's the one I'm talking about. I had it right here. Tip of the tongue. Tip of the tongue. You could hear his voice in it, and it's definitely his voice. So somehow it's going to cross merge into all whatever, which is strange because I'm pretty sure I thought he died. I'm going to have to go and watch that bloody movie. I might watch that tonight, the last one where he was in, to see what happened to him because I'm sure it was him, but then it's Luke. That's Luke's father. So geez, he's got to be another 100 years older. That's a bit weird. But yeah, so very cool. Star Wars fans. I'm a Star Wars fan. I'll put my hands up. Put your hands up. Woo! And that's about it for tonight. There wasn't a little bit long. There was a bit there. Oh, Trump. How did I forget Trumpy? I'll finish on the good note. Signoro Trumpo. Hello, Ricardo. Numpty. I think we've passionately called him Numpty on this channel. Spat the dummy hard as he had to can the G7 conference from his own friggin' golf course. How is the nerve of this dude? He pulls off the biggest scam. All of his staff across the world have been staying at his hotels obviously an edict he's put through. Sorry, my sidelight there has just gone flat. So he's been making a packet off the US government, because anyone that goes anywhere, if there's a Trump hotel, they've got to stay there as part of the government deal, because he's just a born criminal. Don't worry about the impeachment. That's just to cover while he's making billions of dollars. G7 conference, 7 nations, 7 of the biggest nations get together, have a chat, have a chinwag, work out how they're going to shaft the blue-collared people in every country that they own, and add more taxes on us and keep us down where we belong so they can stay rich and we can stay poor. One of those conferences. He's going to put it in Miami or Fort Lauderdale at this monster big golf course place he's got, and he doesn't see a problem with that. Oh. And when he finally found out he'd hit the shit and it was a bad move, he runs the... Oh, but George Washington had a work desk and he had his president desk. He was doing business while he was working and getting paid. I don't even take a wage. I gave up my $400,000 a year. But yeah, George Washington and Obama, he signed a deal with Netflix and a book deal while he was the president. So I don't see any problem with it. I wish he'd come and run the company I work for, because with him running it, mate, the fraud would be just through the roof, and you could do whatever you want with whatever you want, and it'd be so much easier to get stuff done. Holy crap. The backhanders he is working he's just on a 4-year rape, pillage, and steal everything he can out of the US economy. I kid you not. He is dead set awesome, man. You got to, big ups, man. Who else would go, yeah, I'm going to be president. Oh, man, that's great. That's an honor. What an honor. You know, you're going to lead your nation. Prosperity. Get them all going. Oh, no, fuck that. Oh. Oh, who cares? It's my own show. I don't care. I don't make any money. I'm just going to go in and just take everything I can and just bleed them dry. He's just going, make it rain, baby, make it rain. Oh, conference? Yeah, Trump hotel. Yeah, stay here. Oh, no, we're staying here. Oh, no, we can't go to that conference. Why? Oh, we don't have a hotel in that country, so I can't do it. How about you guys come here and I'll chuck you in the golf course? Apparently, the Secret Service had to pay $500,000 in golf cart hire fees. Every time he goes to a golf course, they've got to hire all these golf carts to get around to protect him, and they're all these golf courses. Awesome. Anyway, that's a great way to end. Pretty funny. He's a legend. Good on him. Take what he's getting away with it, so you can't knock him. What a champion. That's it for me for another day. Happy 100th episode to all my subscribers. Thanks again. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy everything. It's been a great 100, and it's time to party. Shift change time. So whatever you're doing, wherever you're going, stay safe. Don't drink and drive. If you're going that way, this way, or just going up or down to bed. See you tomorrow.